Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Karen's Sizzlin' Spice. We're getting excited around here. The holidays are coming closer and I'm thinking about lots of foods that I'm going to be making for the holidays, especially brunch foods and appetizers. Today, we're making a bacon onion dip. Now you might say, onion dip? What could be so special about that? Let me tell you something. When you take sweet onions and you caramelize them for a while with a few secret ingredients, the transformation that it makes from a raw onion is incredible. It's like two different foods. You guys are gonna love this. Let me show you what we're gonna need. So friends, to create this dip, there's two parts to this recipe. It's so worth the trouble, I'm telling you. Take my word for it. The first thing we're gonna do is to create an onion jam, which is really simple. We're just gonna take a few sweet onions and we're gonna saute them in a little bit of olive oil. We're gonna add salt and pepper. We're gonna be adding some balsamic vinegar and a little bit of brown sugar. Now, once we've created that onion jam, we will mix it together with these other ingredients to create this fantastic dip. We'll be using some Parmesan cheese. We'll be using a little bit of dry mustard. We'll be using some cream cheese, which I've let out at room temperature for a while. We'll need a little bit of mayo. We're gonna need some Worcestershire, and of course, some bacon for topping. I can't wait to share this one with you. So friends, to serve this dip, I'm gonna put aside some pita chips and some cucumber. I love cucumber. You could use any vegetables, any crackers. You can use toast, and it's gonna come out fantastic. And then get yourself a gorgeous bowl to serve this in. You know, I always say you eat with your eyes first, and it's so true. Look at these gorgeous bowls I bought. I don't want anybody to be jelly, but I saw these on Amazon. I could not resist. I thought that onion dip is gonna look fantastic in here. These are made by Rachel Ray. They're microwave, dishwasher, and oven safe. And the dip is gonna look just fantastic in here. You know, as I show you some of the gadgets that I use in my kitchen, keep in mind that if you click on the title of this video and you scroll down, you're gonna see all the links for my most popular kitchen gadgets. I will put a link for these bowls right in the list of links. To get this onion jam going, I'm just gonna take these 3 onions, and I usually always buy Vidalia, or sometimes it'll say sweet onions. They're the best. And I'm just gonna cut my onions in half like this, and I'm just gonna slice them all. I'm using 3 medium-sized onions here. I know it might seem like a lot, but you'll be surprised how much these shrink as they caramelize. Okay, now that I've got all my onions cut up, I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil to my large skillet here. And I'm gonna add all these onions to the pan. It's a lot of onion. Ooh, I love that sizzle. I'm gonna break them apart a little bit with my spoon here. Get these going. Again, you'll be surprised at how much these shrink as they cook. And the smell in the house is gonna be wonderful. Okay, all I'm gonna add to this right now is a teaspoon or 2 of salt. Okay, these onions have been cooking here for just about 5 minutes. They're just starting to soften, and I'm gonna add some fabulous ingredients now. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. I love balsamic vinegar. And for this, I'm gonna measure. Sometimes I don't measure, but you'd be surprised. 2 tablespoons is quite a bit. I wanna make sure I get all that goodness in there. Here we go. There's 1. And there's 2. We're also gonna add about 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. And we're gonna add just a couple tablespoons of water in here. There's about 1, and there's 2. We're gonna give this a good stir. And now we're gonna let these onions Simmer away for a good half hour until they're nice and brown and beautiful. While those onions are simmering away on the stovetop, I'm going to take my 8 ounces of cream cheese, which I left out for a couple hours so it came to room temperature, and I'm going to put it in my stand mixer. And I'm using my paddle attachment here. Lock this into place. There we go. And I'm going to turn this on. We're actually going to let this whip up for about 5 minutes. Okay, this cream cheese, I've been letting it whip in here nice and fluffy for about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of mayo. And then we're going to whip it some more. Whoop. We're going to whip it. We're going to whip it good. There we go. Hey Ed, would you mind shredding that cheese for me?
Not at all, honey. I'd be glad to.
Thanks, dear. We're going to need about a 1/2 cup of Parmesan.
Okay.
Now that I've let this cream cheese and mayo mixture whip up really nice and fluffy for about 5 minutes, I'm going to add in a 1/2 teaspoon here of dry mustard. And then I'm going to add just 1/8 teaspoon of Worcestershire. You know, Worcestershire is very strong. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in. There we go. And we're going to let this beat up for a few more minutes. Now that this has been whipped really well, I'm just going to add a pinch of salt. And I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of that grated Parmesan. I'm saving some of the Parmesan to put on top of the dip. And I'm just going to turn this on low now to incorporate the cheese. Friends, I'm going to put some delicious crunchy bacon on top of this dip. Hence, it's called a bacon onion dip. And I like my bacon nice and crispy. I don't need the grease for this recipe. Sometimes I do, but for when I don't need it, I like to cook the bacon in the microwave. I've got 2 sheets of paper towel here, 3 strips of bacon. I'm going to put a cover over the top so it doesn't make a huge mess. And here's a tip for you. For every piece of bacon that you're cooking in there, you want to do 1 minute. So there's 3 slices. I'm going to put it in here for 3 minutes. Look at how crispy and crunchy that bacon is. I love cooking it in the microwave like that. I'm just going to cut this bacon up into small pieces to top this dip with. Woo, I love that crunch. Beautiful. Friends, remember how this was a whole big pan full of onions? Look at how much it's shrunk. These are about ready to go now, beautifully brown. I'm just going to turn the heat off and let them cool for a few minutes. Friends, I'm getting really excited. We're almost getting close to tasting time. The smells in my kitchen are heavenly. I'm going to turn my oven on to 350. And you know what? I actually took a bowl and took those onions and put them in the freezer for just a few minutes so they'll cool off. I don't want to put hot onions in the cheese mixer. It'll melt it, maybe make it kind of messy. So I'm going to use this gorgeous, gorgeous dish today. And I'm going to prepare it with a little bit of nonstick spray. We don't want anything to stick to this. So all that big pan of onions created this little bowl of caramelized, beautiful, beautiful sweet onions. I'm just going to pour this into my cream cheese mixture now. I've got my oven coming to temp. Okay. Ooh, do you smell that, Eddie?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God, that smells so good. I'm just going to turn this on low until those onions are incorporated. Friends, look at this gorgeousness. I can't wait to eat this dip. We're going to pour it into our beautiful bowl now. Look at this. Look at how gorgeous that is. Oh yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There we go. Look at how, oh my God, the smell. You know what, guys, where I got this recipe? I was watching Food TV and they did a version of this. I couldn't resist. I had to do one of my own. Now we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of that leftover Parmesan here. Oh yeah, look at that. Yum, 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 yum. Eddie, you getting anxious to eat this?
Yes.
And then that beautiful crunchy bacon's going right on top. Your friends and family are gonna love this one. Look at that. And right into our 350-degree oven. Because this is already warm, it's only gonna take about 10 minutes in the oven. Now that this has been in the oven for about 10 minutes at 350, I'm realizing this would be much better off at a higher temp. So I turn it up to 400. Actually, right now, I have it on broil. I want it to be brown and bubbly and beautiful. I can hear that it's sizzling now, bubbling. It's gonna be perfectly done. Oh yeah. Oh my God, look at this dip. Sway with me. We are always so happy when it's time for tasting, aren't we, Ed?
Sure are.
Go ahead. All right, Ed's got some Ritz crackers here. There's your knife right there, honey. Ritz crackers, we've got some pita chips, we've got some cucumber. I'm gonna try it on the cucumber to start. Oh man, this looks incredible. Ooh, look at that. Right on the cucumber here. Give this a taste. Here we go. Cheers, honey. Cheers. Bink. Ooh. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. I'm trying on a pita chip here too. I gotta taste again.
This tastes so good. You know what? You might think I'm going out of the box, but I'm not. I want this on my next hamburger.
Oh, that's a great idea. Oh my God.
You bet.
That'd be fantastic. It's so oniony and the bacon is so crisp on top and the Parmesan is delicious. This is fantastic. Your friends and family are gonna love this one. It'd be such a hit at a party. Hope you're all having great holidays. Thanks so much for being here today. Make sure that you check my channel often for new videos. And remember, you eat with your eyes first. You've got to make it beautiful. Bye-bye for now.